Alright, so target 1F is equations of lines. So we're given the equation of a line in general form parallel to this line is what we're trying to find. So we're trying to find the equation of a line parallel to this one. So I need to find the slope of this line. To do that, I need to get x by itself. So I'm just going to, y by itself. So I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. And I have 7y equals negative 4x plus 13. I'm going to divide by negative 7. And I get y is positive 4/7 x minus 13/7. And all I really care about here is the slope. So the slope of that line is 4/7. So I'm looking for the equation of a line parallel to this line. So since it's parallel, I'm going to use the same slope. So I'm going to use the slope 4/7 and the point that they gave me, 3, negative 2. It tells me it's going through that point. So this is x and this is y, and I have y equals mx plus b. Now if you like the point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, you can use that also. You'll get the same answer. I like this because everybody remembers it. I'm going to switch colors. So I'm replacing y with negative 2, m with 4/7, and x with 3, and I'm going to solve for b. So put that over 1, and I get negative 2. Now 4 times 3 is 12, and 7 times 1 is 7, plus b. So now I'm going to subtract 12/7. So I have b is negative 2 plus 12/7. Put this over 1. Multiply top and bottom by 7 for a common denominator. Now you can also just use a calculator. Negative 2 plus 12/7, and math fraction will give you the answer. But this is negative 14/7 plus 12/7, which looks like negative 2/7. So my equation right now is y equals 4/7 x minus 2/7. So I need to put that in general form though. So general form has x and y on the left hand side, no fractions, and x has to be positive. So I'm going to subtract 4/7 x from both sides. I'm running out of room here. But I have 4/7 x plus y equals negative 2/7. And this should be negative 4/7 x because I subtracted it. So I need to get rid of the fraction. The common denominator here is 7. And at the same time, I'm going to get rid of the negative. So I'm going to multiply this by a negative 7. Excuse me. Alright, so negative 7 times negative 4/7. The 7's cancel and the negatives cancel, leaving me with just 4x. And negative 7 times y is negative 7y. X. And that equals negative 7 times negative 2/7. The 7's cancel and the negatives cancel, leaving me with a 2. So this is not my answer. Hold on. Alright, my apologies. You probably saw my mistake before I did. This should have been negative 2 minus 12/7. So this should have been negative 2 minus 12/7. So this should have been minus 12/7. So everything I did after that is wrong. And again, my apologies. I wish I could say it wouldn't happen again, but I'd be lying if I said that because I make mistakes. Okay, get another color. He's using blue. Alright, so this is, let's see, negative 14/7 minus 12/7, which is negative 26/7. Alright, so now plugging that in, I have y equals my m, which is 4/7, minus 26/7. And again, I can't have, I need this in general form, so in general form, x and y have to be on the left-hand side, x has to be positive, and there can be no fractions. So I'm going to subtract 4/7, and I get negative 4/7 x plus y equals negative 26/7. And now I'm going to multiply by the negative 7. And the negative 7 cancels with the 7, and the negatives cancel, so I'm left with 4x. And negative 7 times y is negative 7y. And negative 7 cancels with the 7, and the negatives cancel, and 26. So that's the answer. 4x minus 7y equals 26. There, 4x minus 7y equals 26 is my answer. Okay, so we have another one to do. Let's just remember that the slope was 4/7. So I don't know if you noticed when you took the test, but it's the same problem. This one's parallel, the second one's going to be perpendicular. So I'm going to use that 4/7, so I don't have to go through this bit again for this next problem. So right here, I know that my slope is going to be, the slope of this line, rather, is 4/7. So I'm going to use the negative reciprocal of that. So my slope that I'm going to use, and I'll do this in red, is negative 7/4. And again, we solved this in the last problem to find m, and we got 4/7. So now I'm going to use a slope negative 7/4. Okay? And this point, x and y. So y equals mx plus b. I'm going to replace y with negative 2, m with negative 7/4, and x with 3. And I'm going to multiply, and I get negative 2 equals negative 21/4 plus b. I'm going to add 21/4. I'm in another room here, but I get b is negative 2 plus 21/4. So put that over 1, my common denominator is going to be 4, and I have negative 8/4 plus 21/4. And 21 minus 8, well, 1 is 27, 13, so it looks like 13/4. So my equation is y equals m, which is 4/7 x, plus oh, I used the wrong x, sorry, m. Not this m, I'm using this m. So negative 7/4 x plus 13/4. I was wondering how come I had different denominators there. Okay, so we're squared away. This is right. Now I'm going to add the 7/4 x to both sides. And I get 7/4 x plus y equals 13/4. And then this time my x is positive, so I just need to multiply by the 4 to clear my denominator. So the 4's cancel, leaving me with 7x. 4 times y is 4y, and here the 4 cancels with the 4, leaving me with 13. And that's the answer I got earlier. 7x plus 4y equals 13. Okay, and so we have one more problem to do, and then we have the practice problems. So this one more problem is not related to these two, so I have to solve this next problem from scratch. So here it is. we have 2 points and we need to find the equation of the line. So the line goes through both of those points. So I have the point, I just need the slope. So remember the slope formula is, slope is m, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to plug those in. So I get m is 8 minus a negative 5 over 4 minus 3. And 8 plus 5 is 13, and 4 minus 3 is 1. Ooh, that makes this nice and easy. So the slope I'm going to use is 13. That means I'm not going to have any fractions, which is nice. But you know, that's just the way this one worked out. Most likely you're going to get a fraction, so do be careful. On your practice problems, you'll probably have a fraction here. But we've done 2 with fractions, so here's one without. So I plug it in, y equals mx plus b. And I can use either of these 2 points. It doesn't matter. I guess I'm going to use these ones, so x and y. So I'm going to replace y with negative 5, m with 13, and x with 3 plus b. So I get negative 5 equals 13 times 3, which is 39, plus b. I'm going to subtract 39, and I get b is negative 44. So my equation is y equals m, which is 13x, 13, then x, plus b, but b is negative 44. So to put it in general form, I'm going to subtract 13x, and I have negative 13x plus y equals negative 44. And then I need to clear the negative, so I'm multiplying by negative 1, and I get 13x minus y equals positive 44. And that is the answer. Okay. So here are the practice problems. You need to either show them to myself or to a math lab teacher. And once you've demonstrated your knowledge, you can do the retake. So here's the first practice problem. And remember, problem number 1 is related to problem number 2. So whatever slope you get here, you're going to use that to find the slope that you'll use for this line, which is perpendicular. And then this third problem, again, is unrelated. Okay, so do these 3 problems, and good luck.